Am I praying up for the video?
It literally, why I hit it record, and then you said, am I pretty enough for the video? Just like the VOD. And I'm leaving this in too. You're not getting this edited out. Anyways, I'm Shotgun Shogun. This is the final day of the January Champions Cup for the Shotgun Shogun Spring Showdown. Almost said Snowdown because the winter Snowdown sounded so good. I actually shout out to Lance for giving me that, because I was like, man, what am I going to name the winter one? I have Showdown, 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 and he's like, what about Snowdown? And I'm like, that is phenomenal. Big fan. But anyways, you're here for what's going down today. This is going to be the last matches of semifinals and the finals, best of 5. We have Ghost W69, we have Lunale, we have Sedge, and we have Meeks. I am Meeks. He's asleep right now, so we're gonna wake him up. But best of 5 for everybody. All of the people who made it to today will be getting their pass into the main tournament. We actually had a lot of upsets in this tournament with players that I thought we were going to be in the finals but didn't make it. We had Suck who got out. We had Tenbird, we had Zodi, we had a lot of big names, but these 4 made it all the way up through the end. Definitely big fan. The plays have been really good. We've seen a lot of diversity. We saw for the first time ever Mevlin's rep character Kowarik make it in. I do believe he has a 50% win rate though, but still really awesome.
I actually seen Kowarik in ladder too. People have been using Kowarik against me.
I got beat by a Kowarik last night in ladder. I wanted to let him through. I feel like if you are confident enough to draft a Kowarik, I want you to have it. You invested in him, you built him. I want you to be able to play with your unit. Now, not when it gets really sweaty that I'm just going to be like, you know what, I'm going to just destroy your whole thing. But like, I had somebody draft an Amaru against me, level 55, not fully awakened. I'm like, you know what, have at it, man. I'm not gonna let you down. But the other thing we saw, Trozette. And Trozette actually did pretty okay. I think a lot of people underestimate just how much damage he can soak, especially if you have like a Trozette with Bastion.
Yep, that's huge.
Real huge.
I'll talk about Water Tanny though. Water Tanny not doing really well in the tournament, right? I feel like in ladder she wrecks me all the time, but in yesterday's fight specifically, she just was a letdown most of the time. She doesn't really
yes and no.
Doesn't do anything in turn 1. If she doesn't do anything turn 1, it's just, you're kind of screwed.
Right.
And I'm kind of thinking like maybe in tournaments she's not that good because she's very like RNG heavy.
Yeah.
Maybe she's more better in ladder where you have so many fights and you can just climb through the number of fights that you go through.
Right. The other thing too is a lot of these players fight each other often. They know each other. They probably know around what the stats are. But you're right. If your Water Tenny doesn't do her thing round turn 1, you're just kind of boned. And you're just like, oh, I guess I'll just die now. That's why what we were talking about kind of a little bit earlier is, you know, if you have to start, if you want to keep playing her and you want to keep playing control, I feel like more people are learning to counter control, right? You have a lot of people that are like, yo, I'm getting super tired of getting dumpstered by this F10. So you're seeing the rise of like high ER speed Lilius. You're seeing, you know, some Ray come up. You're seeing people using Kitty Clarissa. The champ is back. Not that he ever left. I don't know why you guys traded him in for Singelica. You know how many Singelicas I've ever lost to? I don't know, because I don't think I've ever kept track of any of the like 0 Singelicas that I have lost to. That's not true. There was a guy named FGOX Merlin who used like the single target Singelica team with like the double SIDS, and I think he beat me once or twice with that. But you also have a lot of counters to that, and that's one of the things I really like about this season in general is there's a lot of different stuff, especially when it comes to control, especially when it comes to bruisers. There's a lot of variety in what you can pick instead of just yep knights, yep soul weavers, yep frenzy 10.
Yeah, so much better. I agree.
You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed frenzy 10 knight bruiser meta because I mean I excelled at that. You know, that was what I had. That was my draft. Me and Suey Stark were very similar in, hey, you know what, we're just gonna sit back, enjoy our frenzy 10, and then we're gonna kill you with Falconeer Quarry, right? Kotick style. But this time around, there's a lot of units that can be built so many different ways, and you almost have to try to figure out a way to like read their draft to figure out what it is that their build is. Take Arbiter Vildred, for example. There's like the two different Arbies now. You've got the speed Arbie, you've got the slower, bulkier counter Arbie. Then you have Zazen's Arbie, which is like both.
I've seen weird Arbies. I've seen like fast Arbies with 16k HP. I've seen like slow Arbies that have like I don't know. There's just so many like Arbie combinations that it's kind of frustrating to deal with RB in the draft because you don't know how to like counter it if you don't know the stats specifically.
Right, and you know what I think I did a video on this, and I think the reason why RB is really drastically changing, and there's so many RB builds, top model Luica, meta shifter just by existing by herself, because people were like, oh, my speed RB is just getting absolutely dumpstered every single time I go in against this this top model Luica. So now we're going to do the Moonlight Dreamblade counter RB, you know, bulky. Oh, you can't kill it? Sucks to suck. You know, and Politis now coming in, being that kind of counter cleave. Now you have like the really fast RB, so that if Oxlots pushes him forward, it doesn't matter. The cut is still going to be there, right? Very, very interesting in terms of play. But we do have Sedge, we do have Ghost, so let's get into this because we do have multiple bests of 5 today. Is going to be a lot of playing. Hopefully these guys have their stamina gear on, because there are going to be quite a few matches here.
Were you betting for this one?
So this one's going to be kind of tough because both of these players are really good. I've played against Ghost in the past. I've also played against Sedge in the past.
Right.
And I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Ghost, not only because he is rocking the Jade Scorpion, but he is one of the refs and helps out a lot in the tournament. So, you know, hey, shout out to Ghost.
Looking at Sedge's like history in this fight, he beat a lot of like high level players.
Yeah,
he beat Zodi, he beat Tetsu, he beat Saori, he beat Kaon. Those are like really good players in RTA right now.
Right. It's interesting though, I wanted to see, because like a lot of the first and second round matches, I didn't get a chance to watch them, right? Because they were offline matches. And there were some upsets that I was like, yo, I want to go back and why couldn't I see this? Why didn't I ref this? I wanted to see this match. This match was awesome. So Ghost picking up the 2 pretty boys and the Rowana. I've noticed Rowana picking up a little bit early to kind of counter that F10 and the Rowana SSB combo.
Yeah.
Very, very strong.
It's a bit RNG though, like I say, like Water Tanny can pop off here. You got so many counters for Water Tanny, but if you want to take that risk, I think I don't know, you might just want to remove that F10 if you could. Yeah.
I do think though, as like the season goes on, people dealing with Water Tenny though, I think all it's gonna take is like some people having a video out of Ray stomping the Water Tenny. Exclamation point Ray Shadow Legends. So we see the Acades pick up from the Ghost side. Hopefully D Derp is in the chat. I know that he would be very excited, although he would be very upset now to see that his Acades is banned. Please no Acades copy pasta. I don't want to get TOS'd. But we see the Vivian, we see the Acades ban come out. Katie's very, very solid against the debuffers as well. Very early on. The further you go into the match, though, and you ramp up that that effectiveness from Frenzy, you're
That's
in
a
a
0N.
rough place.
Is that 0N, right? Because of the silence?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Also, I think VA10 one also got provoked, but I saw Stella Harper proc, and that's the only thing I can think of because it removed the unbuffable from A-Town's passive. So
now the thing,
there's no damage.
Yeah, the thing with the Rowana here is that even though she didn't get stripped or controlled or anything like that, Rowana only does so much, right? And you have to very strategically use your S3 because you know, if you use it too early, then they just kind of lower their DPS so they don't proc the revive, or they just proc the revive and get ready for it. But if you use it too late, well, something's dead and it doesn't bring things back.
Also, in her entire kit, aside from her passive, it's the only healing skill she has, unless you have like Celestine for the S1.
Yep.
So sometimes you want to save that huge heal for specific situations, and it's hard to balance. Like, do I do it now or do I do it later? Because you can never guess. You know, dual attacks and stuff, things can happen in between. So. Right.
Yeah, it's definitely not as strong as like the I can just straight up revive with like a Ruel, with a Maid Chloe.
SSA as well has like,
SSA, yeah.
After death, she's like one of the few revive mechanics where you have to do it before the unit dies.
Now
I think Sedge's in trouble here. The fact that the SSB wasn't stripped and she kept her immunity the entire time was huge trouble at the beginning. This is the problem with Tenny, right? Like, afterwards, she's just dead weight.
Right. And even though the Landy is going to be doing some serious work here into the ML Crow, whoa, wow, that was a lot of damage. I think the 8 Tywins, hold on, if the FCC's dead, your 8 Tywin's gonna die here, but I still think that Ghost is in a pretty good spot. Hold on, he doesn't die. Never mind. I'm wrong. He kills 2 people here. He doesn't kill the Landy, but Landy is not going to be able to solo that by herself. And first of the best of 5 is going to go to Ghost.
Yeah. Water Tenny, man, I think something's wrong in your tournament for Water Tenny. She never pops off.
Very rough. And that was one of the things too that I mentioned earlier, right? Bringing that stripper ahead of the Water Tenny so that you can guarantee that they don't have immunity, because if you don't strip the immunity, it's all the rest of your checks are out the window, right?
Exactly.
And
Sedge does grab the FCC this time.
Yeah.
So Ghost had first pick last time instantly. I think he took he took double. Was it FCC or double blind boys? I remember, but Ghost had FCC last time. So now that Sedge has FCC, this Water Tenny might pop off a lot better, like a higher probability to pop off, is he doesn't have to deal with the shield on the team, and all he has to do is remove the immunity. Yeah, one more Landy SP would have done it, but I don't think she was gonna cycle. Ghost does get the 8 Town here, and looking at the blue crow, goes for double blonde boys, but the other blonde boy. Oh, did Sedge have CC last time? Oh yeah, Sedge had CC last time. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we do see the run back here. We have the Landy, we have the F Teddy, Ghost picking up the SSB here, and the Rowana going right back, except he has the other Crow this time.
The other Crow?
Yeah, he had ML Crow last time. He has Blue Crow this time.
Yeah.
So Sedge just taking it straight back.
Blue Crow this time. I mean, Ghost is just probably gonna pick Katie's again. It worked last time. You know what's good into Katie's? Cowrick. Soulburn S2 the Katie's. She's useless for like 2 turns.
It's either Ruel last pick. Ruel's still kind of strong into certain matchups. Okay, and we see Ghost pick up the last pick, Arby.
Is he scared of the RB? I mean, he's got FCC and Ruel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just goes for the SSB. I wouldn't be too scared of
Bans out the F10 and the SSB here. Interesting that he banned out the F10, leaving while he has the Rowana. I wonder if he thought that the Rowana would get banned, but I feel like why would you ban the Rowana, right?
Yeah, why would you ban Rowana? The only counter to like the only usefulness for Rowana here is the S2 from Vivian, but at that point, you know, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
so
if you're getting toilet bowled by Vivian, yeah,
you lost one unit, so like it's not really high value to get that CR push and heal.
Right. Now we know Sedge's Landy does some serious business damage.
That hero is so good. Real takes a turn here.
And he did get the Guiding Light, which is really good. Saves him from and he's got a shield. I don't know that this Crow, because potentially if the Crow could break the shield and the stealth, you would be in an okay spot, but
I mean, it did crit 4 times last round. Oh, it does. Oh, it
did not. I've actually been thinking about shifting my ML Tywin back to the Bruiser style ML Tywin that I was running before, just because I feel like a lot of people are shifting away from the high ER, and I can get away with a lot less ER.
Ooh, kills the RB there through defense buff. This is going to be huge. RB's going to use the revive. If I'm the Ruwana first, so he's not going to get the CR push. But,
yeah.
I think Sedge could just kill it again, right?
Very possible, especially with Landy up, because Landy's going to get...
This crit? Yeah, I was going to say, if this crits, that RB's dead.
Oh, and he gets the Gab. It would have been nice if, you know, he would have not had skill nullifier up for this Gab.
I mean, the Ruwana revive kind of cost him there.
Kind of cost him a little bit, yeah. And then that Arby is just gonna... Who do you horse? Is this just a dead Ruel, though?
This should be around 18k times the 20% Aureus. Probably not.
Ooh.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. And I'm pretty sure that is all she wrote here for Ghost, most likely. Yep. He just opts to move on to the next round. So we are 1-1. Yeah, I feel like
so letting the RB through, like he was not scared of the RB having so much mitigation, and the Ruel. The SSB was way more of a threat, and it was an easy pick in for Sedge there. I think Ghost needed like a better last pick that was more threatening and had the better win condition for Ghost to keep his SSB, because Sedge didn't have any good SSB counters.
Yeah.
Ghost says, "I'm done with this. War Tenny's he's not gonna deal with it in the draft anymore." All right, this time, Ghost gets the FCT. Sedge goes ahead and picks up the Flurry. A Tywin, just taking Ghost's draft now, taking the Tywin away from Ghost, which is a pretty good read on Sedge, considering that Ghost banned the F10E, so trying to open up with a potential control comp might be a good answer for Sedge, knowing that Ghost doesn't want to deal with the Water Tanny.
Right.
Ghost instantly picking the RB. We do know what kind of RB it is, unless like what we're talking about, where some people might be running multiple RBs, multiple units, multiple copies of the same unit. But this is probably not that. This is probably just the same RB as before. Sedge grabbing the ML Haste and the SSB here. ML Haste good into the RB, SSB good into the T-Serum. So just picking counter picks here.
Am I using a typewriter? No, that's just my keyboard. Sorry, I was trying to get a hold of one of our competitors. But yeah, well, Ghost looking like he's going.
Answer here. Yeah, I like Ghost answer here. Let's go aggressive. if you're going, if Sedge decides to go the hunker down and just counter pick, one of the best ways to deal with that is just go aggressive and kill something. Sedge does have Cerise. I'm curious why he never tried Cerise plus F10E before, or like, you know, he runs F10E a lot.
Right. That is one of the combos that I enjoy going with, is the Cerise F10E, just so that you have the extra potential for strip as well. Not only that, but I mean, you're going to be stripping on grass as well. Yeah. So you take a little bit of extra out of it.
Yeah, I like the Cerise last week there to answer the aggression that Ghost was playing. Ghost banning that Cerise was also Sedge read that and instantly banned the Rose, so he knew that the Cerise was getting banned and decided to ban the Rose so that doesn't get turned 1 here. The provoke on this Tomoka is huge, not 15% today. Yeah, it looks like Sedge is in a good spot here. FCC's probably not going to be crit damage, right? It's got 24k. Actually, 24k could be crit damage, actually. Maybe. Ooh, it is crit. Oh, is that dead? Flurry? No.
Ooh, that's almost so close.
Ah, Flurry's just going to heal all his back, though. That's what Flurry does. Plus the healing from the haste. Probably gonna S3 the FCC, right? And then you can kill that RB on the lap round. Goes for the RB, okay, just wants a guaranteed kill on the RB here. Flurry not gonna get the bear and the immunity because she's unbuffable from the T-Serin.
Yep.
RB's gonna S3 here.
Is that still not a dead Flurry?
That Flurry's hanging on, but
that Flurry, how much? We gotta get to where the Flurry is. I want to see how much hit points that has.
I don't think we can.
We don't.
This is doing so much. Look at that damage.
Oh man, I wanted to see how many hit points that Falcon or Corey had. That's crazy. Well, Sedge coming back.
I'm thinking switching out too to that DPS A-Town and just go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta decide between Holy Sack and Elbrus, right? Because if people know what kind of A-Town I run, they might just focus him.
Yeah, but at the same time, just pay that extra bit of gold to swap it out on the regular, so that you always keep people guessing, right?
True.
And I actually ran a Tywin cleave, slow cleave, back in. Back like when he first got buffed, and I mean a little bit before he got buffed, I ran the like really high crit damage alongside of like Rose, Alencia, a Tywin, I forget who else, but yeah, no, it was real good. So this is going to be the third round.
I think it's fourth, right?
Or fourth round, yeah. So Sedge takes this. Sedge moves on to the finals.
Yeah. Sedge really doing well in the drafts too. Ghost doing well as well, but I think Sedge reading the post ban on that fight specifically, and having the high pressure Cerise at the end was the winning game. Also, 15% on the Flurry, like that's
yeah
as well. So we do see the Flurry ban, and we do see the LR crowd ban. Ghost gonna take the A-Town because LR crowd is banned, so Ghost doesn't have, probably not having a lot of immunity means he doesn't want to deal with the A-Town.
So we do see the F10E coming through from the Sedge side.
You should really try that F10E series, just for like an easier time for F10E to land her debuffs.
Right. But Ghost already answering with some of the counters here with the SSB with the Rowana.
Yeah,
the A-Tywin is pretty solid. Yeah.
With the Ella Crowd banned, you can easily go SSB Rowana here.
We do see the blue crowd coming up from the Sedge side. Sedge is also pretty good at tanking it down.
Yeah, Sedge is very versatile draft. Grabbing the land, she's just really strong unit.
She is very strong.
I keep on forgetting that her S3 can't be countered. Like,
yep.
it's such a huge deal, but considering how much her kit, like all the other things in her kit, you easily forget that her S3 can't be countered because it's like icing on top of the cake.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you get that guiding light to trigger, it's just it's so good because basically you can run her as a shadow squad. You just gotta, you know, bank on guiding light.
Yeah, back in Guiding Light. Can't wait for the series here. And do you have Guiding Light, by the way?
I do have guiding light. I think I have 3 copies of it. I'll finish one and then potentially work on another one. I don't have many Cerise copies anyways, so imprints, that's fine. Right.
Probably gonna be a Katie's ban. No, that's the SSB this
So you
time.
see that, yeah, the SSB and the Rylet ban out here.
I wasn't expecting the SSB ban here, but I really thought I was banning Katie's again. But maybe Sedge was thinking that Ghost was gonna ban Waratani.
Yeah.
I feel like this Katie's is gonna do a lot of work here. Unless if Sedge is very confident on his effectiveness on that Water Tenny, and no, that was a lot of resists on the Arcades. Yeah, taunts the Alencia here because Alencia is gonna take first turn, so probably gonna S3 here on the Landy. Alencia's gonna S1. Oh no, was that the Stella Harpa took the that kind of sucks. Stella Harpa on the Rowana took the taunt away from the Alencia here. So Alencia is going to be able to S3, give everyone defense buff, unless if the crowd is going to taunt the Alencia here. No, Sedge decides to just take
he
the
does
better
actually
play
though hit and push back the Alencia, so
yeah.
that is good. And then the F10 is going to get her thing, but we're going to see the push forward, but sleep and defense break on the A Tywin.
But that pushback now gives Alencia Mind's Eye. Alencia's still probably going to S3 here, taking all these buffs away.
Yeah.
Sedge's in the back end here. I think Ghost is in such a good spot. He's got double Soul Weaver meta question mark. Alencia's probably gonna take most of these buffs away. Takes most of them,
except
Landy.
for the Landy, yeah.
Of all the units to not hit there, Landy was probably one of the better ones.
Right. The A Tywin is going to be in a bad spot right now, especially with this defense break into the Landy.
He does have defense buff from the Alencia,
yeah.
so
He's awake now.
probably want to taunt the A Tywin here, but Katie's is going to take a turn first, so Katie's guaranteed going to S3 here since she S2'd last turn.
Yep.
Build A Tywin back up, remove all the debuffs, and A Tywin's just going to pop off here. The blue crowd is taunted though, so maybe the taunt here.
We'll get the taunt. That was why he hit the FCC taunt prior to the blue crowd potentially taunting. And so we see the silence come out on the Tywin and gonna be able to just kind of control him a little bit with the just massive amount of debuffs that they can slap on him. That is one of the downsides of A Tywin is that, yeah, you can get rid of debuffs, but you can get rid of one.
I mean, that's the problem with the Katie's too, right? She
yeah.
He dispels debuffs every other turn.
Ooh, nice big defense break. That's a lot of damage into that F10E. She's already in a very bad spot.
Oh, it's already procced, sorry. I guess the S2 Town was procced. I wasn't paying attention. Magahar's Tome on the Acades here, so she's gonna S3 a lot sooner. I don't think Sedge has enough damage to kill this A-Town, especially with defense buff up here.
Yeah, not only that, but Rowana should have her
S3 up.
Yeah, Rowana does have her S3 up, so if we get to the Rowana, I mean, she can just S3 and heal all of that damage. Ooh, that was big. Hold on.
That was big. This is going to be a fully stacked Landy in terms of her passive S2, giving herself the 60 attack buff with full...
Oh, the Tywin's Holy Sacrifice.
This is bad.
This is bad right here.
It's a crit damage A Tywin as well, pretty sure.
It lands 2 stuns, but slows everybody. And that F10E is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I might switch to Holy Sack. Eitalman's such a huge stat most of the time that people do target him.
Yeah.
And I don't think Elbrus is. I don't think I'm gonna run Elbrus anymore. I'm gonna switch to Holy Sack.
Elbrus is good, and it has both of them are actually really good in various situations, right?
Yeah, I agree. But then again, a lot of units need Elbrus though, so maybe having Holy Sack on Tywin is a good idea for a free-to-play players like me, where I'm trying to spread out all my artifacts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what, you don't have three maxed out Elbrus ritual swords? One my dream a long time ago was to have 3 knights all in counter sets with Elbrus ritual swords and like one Soul Weaver, yeah. In counter set.
Ooh, Atlanta's gonna S3 here. Take out the stealth from the Landy. I think Sedge is a really bad spot.
The problem is though is, well, no, because you're gonna get Rowana come up, right? But you're going to have another stacked up Landy S3.
Is this fully stacked? Oh, I see. Yeah, it is 10.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fully stack here. This is gonna kill a Tywin. He's gonna come back, and you have to control that Crow, because he's horseable.
He's getting S3 here. Soul Weaver meta, man. Looks like we're going back Soul Weaver meta. The Crow probably doesn't have enough damage taken here to kill this Tywin, but I don't think Sedge is a choice. Does he?
Yeah, he does kill the Tywin. But Horse is gone now, and if Ghost can take out, I mean, you've got Alencia who isn't a slouch when it comes to scaling into the later game, right? But
not as good as last season, but still,
right.
Like, it's still like, yeah.
And I mean, Landy scales really well into late game as well, and that Landy is going to have a full stacked S3 here.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Rowana Acades versus 3.
Yeah, Sedge might be good here actually. This Landy's gonna have a fully stacked S3. Gonna S3 again. There is defense buff, and actually, is that 10 buffs? If that's 10 buffs, Landy can double S3 here with that soul burn. 4, 5, 6. No, it's only 7.
Yeah.
Ghost calling it though. Yeah, power of Landy, man. Sedge plays that really well though, Cal, controlling the Tywin enough to delay so that at the point where Landy just carries by being in high frenzy.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it does look like Eeks is not going to make it. We've tried pinging him a handful of times through this. His guild members were pinging him. So unfortunately, well, he is still in the main tournament, because everybody who made it to today is going to be going on to the main tournament. But we are going to, since we are done with the Ghost and Sedge fight, we are going to be calling it for Lunail. So Lunail is going to be going into the finals against Sedge.
Poor Eeks.
Poor Eeks. But very good fights from those guys, from these two.
Yeah, very good. Last fight was it could have gone either way actually. I really thought Ghost had that, but Sedge having the Landy into the teams with so many buffs and guiding light. That's all I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to see, and Sedge showing why he upset some of those people, definitely coming into this. Sedge has been in a lot of the other tournaments as well, and always a good solid, but I think this is probably one of his better showings, honestly. Definitely. So this is going to be the best of 5 finals. If Eeks does come back around, he will fight Ghost for 3rd or 4th place. But right now, let's get into the finals. Lunail versus Sedge.
I think Sedge is the underdog here. Lunale has a really strong cleave team that I do not know how to deal with, and also being able to switch into tank and bruiser. Like, Lunale has just really good setup overall. Sedge does take first turn here. Probably going to take away the FCC. Lion takes the RB into the 30s. Doesn't say anything about his draft. He can easily switch. This looks like a cleave setup, but he can easily switch to a non-cleave setup if he wants to.
Right.
Sedge grabbing the Waratani and that haste. Lunati's gonna try and go cleave. See, I guess that makes sense, right? If it's the first fight, check if your cleave works. It is best out of 5, so if Lunati does not take this one, he can easily switch on a different strategy in the next fights.
So we see Sedge picking up the SSB and the T-Cern. T-Cern very good against the cleave. We see the Operator Cigarette come out. A lot of people still want more Operator Cigarette buffs, but I think that she excels against for what she's supposed to do. Yeah, the problem with her is just she needs crazy gear, right? Right. Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, a lot of units need pretty crazy gear. So we see the ML haste and we see the OS Cigarette ban out here. I'm cleaving through FCC. I'm curious if Lunati has enough stats to be able to cleave here. So we do see Sears take turn 1. Probably gonna S3 into the. Is that enough C-Dom push? Yeah, it is. Yep. So see the C-Dom, and then you'll see the Oxlots push into the RB. C-Dom again. No, probably the C-Dom again, right? You gotta double tap into the. That's true. That's true. Yeah, because the RB's up above everybody else right now. Yeah. SCB does get one bat back, but it's gonna be an S2 onto the that's not enough damage actually, so it's like just a really chunky SSB. And double sober into the SSB, but Sedge still has that T-Cern, so curious how now he's gonna deal with this T-Cern. Do you especially since just tap the T-Cern here? Let's say you can tap the T-Cern, get it to 50%. RB can potentially finish it off. Not with Aureus, also with the shield, right? So it was gonna take the T-Cern at least 3 hits because there was a shield from the FCC. If this connects and kills the RB, it doesn't. Doesn't, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think T-Cern will for sure. Still find her, right? Yeah, because the T-Cern is going to wipe those 3 off, but RB into skill null. Your Cerise now has S2, S1 for the double up. Another S1. Yep. Do you just go F10 is going next. I feel like you're gonna hit the T-Cern. Oh, ooh, but that's like 71% or 72. This definitely kills the other 2, but can T-Cern? Oh, hold on. She's at the double attack though, right? She can't. She has. Does she have double attack there? Oh yeah. You had 3 turns with the S3. Was that S3 off cooldown? Yeah. Oh no, wait. Oh, I think that might have just been just a straight up double attack. Was that I think 3. Attack? I didn't have time to look at it. I feel like. Yeah, I didn't pull it up. Yeah, I was clicking on it, but it wouldn't pop up. Yeah. I mean, still, that was yeah. Your S3 was on cooldown. Yeah, his S3 was on cooldown. Okay. All right. Yeah, that was pretty smart of Nale. I just S1ing when he had to. S3, S2, S1 still on cooldown, but did he S2 right after the S3? I thought he S1. No, he S1, S2, S1. I don't know what I did before the first S1, but he S1, S2, S1. Regardless. Maybe it was S3, S1, S2, S1? I would have to look it back. Yeah. Lunati's gonna pick the RB ban here means Lunati's actually switching out into one day, Mevlin, when we're big enough, we'll have a data desk that we can go to. We'll be like, hold on, wait, let's go back to the data desk who was actually paying attention, unlike the 2 casters. Get some CGI, like this. We'll have to get some like cool like audio, like. One day, man. One day. Yeah.
So Sedge is
To
gonna pick
the
a red
analyst
here.
desk.
Analyst desk, yeah, analyst desk. That's
All right, for the next major, we're actually going to have an analyst desk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to have we're going to have an analyst desk
Replay,
for the next major.
instant replay, yeah, that's what we need.
That would be really hard.
Does Streamlabs OBS have like? I have to look it up. I think Streamlabs OBS can actually do like replays. But probably
if
need
you
someone
can
to
find out, that would be really sweet.
But it
Let's
has to
just
be
up
your
our
end, though. You're the-
our production quality next time.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some analyst desk.
You aren't even fit to kiss
All right, so Lunale going with the Rwana SSB combo here. We see the Landy ban out, we see the SSB ban out. I like Lunale's draft a bit here, but he doesn't have reach for the Stenny.
The SNE pretty much gave away the SSB ban, but I don't think Lunali had really choice there. I don't think he had to ban the Landy there, considering the yeah, it's gonna be both of them are gonna be Shadow Squad anyways, because Landy still has Guiding Light, right? So I think I like the SNE here. I'm thinking Sedge as this, maybe. Depends on what happens. Ooh, especially without the death break there on the Ross. That's kind of huge. You see an
Alright, so we
S3
do
on
see- Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, we were gonna see the FCC3 S3.
Yeah, perfect timing there for the 8-1 S3. So now you're gonna skill null the entire. There's so much damage, right? Like, I forgot how. This is like 6k, 7k times 4. This is looking really good for Sedge because no one has any AoE aside from the Water Tanny S2. So this LR Crow is gonna be sitting there for a while.
Yeah. That is one of the problems with LR Crow, right? Is that if you're not going into like AoE, your cooldown on your S3 is going to take a hot minute. I know last season a lot of people started, that was like the rise of AROS single targets in answer to the into the A Tywin.
What do you think of the Sedge Soulburn there? I feel like that was a bit too greedy. He could have just S3'd and double S1'd on the when his S3's on cooldown, or yeah, on cooldown.
Oh, these double attacks are not helping Sedge out in the slightest.
No. Not at all. Yeah, Ali Crow's finally gonna get his speed buff, but he still got 4 more turns on his S3.
Yep.
And I think that's his only reach for the S10, so S10's gonna have a field day here.
We're gonna see the Rwana S3 come out here a little early, but I feel like you had to have it because otherwise that Falconer Quarry was just gonna die.
Yeah, if S10 had Soulburn here, I think that could have killed the Falconer Clary. Or at least do more damage, right?
Right.
That's
Yeah,
11K
if he would have had Soulburn there, he definitely would have been able to kill that.
Ooh, dual attacks though.
Yeah, these dual attacks are rough, but the Soulburn into the Stenny here that's a dead Falconer Quarry with no revive. The revive was stripped.
Sedge looking good here. We're gonna see a 1-1 onto probably most likely. The only way that Lunali can bring this back is Stenny missing, hitting the Rylet and missing, and
The Rylet clapping the.
Yeah, FCC S3 is on 3 turns here, so there's gonna be like 2 more turns where like Sedge can use the FCC, right, to stop the Rylet S2 passive.
Yeah. Ooh, hits the Rylet, preventing that S2 for 1 more turn.
Yep.
Definitely had to hit this because the FCC was into the Rylet, so that was actually good that the AROS was able to go into hit the Rylet, because otherwise that would have popped off that Rylet S2 S3 right there, and yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, and there goes the Crow.
There goes a crow.
I don't think
Defense
that.
buff? I don't think Sedge can, and Lunali can kill that Esteni, even if the S3 goes to the Esteni with defense
Yeah.
buff up. Do you just pop him here because you have defense buff? Yeah, I think you just pop him here. Just pop him here while you have defense buff on your S10. Goes and hits the water Tenny.
Yeah, which I mean, that's semi-fine. I mean, she's not really been
did her
doing
job,
much.
Yeah.
And
one of the
they're gonna work
upsides
on.
of
They're gonna work on this, finishing off this Rylet now, and just does.
Relics. Yep, GG. Well played on Sedge there.
Kiss my
Yep.
feet.
S10 last pick was huge here. Having double Shadow Squad onto Lunali's team. Yeah, Lunali's was in
Boom.
trouble when the was picked.
Yep. So we're gonna go 1-1.
星が私たちを導きます。
All right, third round. Lunali ranked 26.
Amp Lunali banned SSB. Or no, sorry, Lunali banned
Landy.
Landy.
Yeah, Landy
and Sedge
SSB.
banned. Oh, we're talking about pre-ban? Pre-ban was I think Lunali pre-banned Emil Hayes and then Sedge banned RB.
Yeah, we see
So-
RB Landy ban.
私と共に行く準備はでき
Lunali going to grab the FCC here, which is huge.
Yep.
みんな頑
We
張
see
you don't
Sedge
want
picking up the
to-
FCC, the F query this time.
F Flurry, yeah.
今日はどんな遊びをするの
Sedge
So
just
goes for, water
going
Tenny.
with that water Tenny. Lunale, though, not wanting to get hit with the Spec Tenny, picks it up. And the Ruana.
Pretty smart here. That way, you're not gonna SSB into Rwanda, and Lunali can easily take the SSB afterwards. So he was in no rush to take the SSB there.
Yep.
I'm wondering if Sedge is gonna pick the Cerise here. Would be actually perfect with Cerise, Atawin and the Water Tanny.
Yeah, because if you put Cerise on 2, that kind of hard stucks the Rowana passive because you're not getting the push forward. Sure, you're still getting the heal, but
True.
not as bad. Picking up the CZ, and do we see a last pick SSB here?
I don't think so. He doesn't have
No.
to anymore. Sedge can easily Cerise here and ban that Champion Zerato. That could be a decent play, but I think Lunala will just ban your Cerise and you'll be in trouble because
But
you're F10.
If you don't ban the Vivian, does CZ? I mean, he bats back a little bit, but he keeps all of those debuffs on him.
You don't really want that.
お任せください
If it's defense break,
Oh, true, defense break, yeah. But anything else you don't want because then he'll just counter every time
Yeah.
right, you hit him, even if you're not debuffing.
okay.
which is kinda
So
annoying.
they get rid of the FCC and the F query.
Ooh, I like us just planning rather than going Cerise. Just take out the FCC.
私があり
Yeah. So there goes a lot of your mitigation, right? And you got enough AOE that Spec Tenny is gonna die.
Ooh, hits the Rylet too. And sleeps the Rylet, wakes it up here though. Hits the Rylet again.
The unbuffable is real big.
on Rylet, yeah.
Yep. The Stenny is slept as well.
相手をしてまいります
S3 on the teaser in here, definitely gonna be lifestealing everything back here. Finally misses the Rylet. We see a bad back on the this is what I mean, right? Like
But unbuffable here means that Stenny
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
getting revived. CZ isn't getting revived. The Rylet does get a revive here, but that's you just rip S3, right?
do you? You don't want your steady to die from the CZ counter. He does rip the S3. I don't think you're gonna kill the CZ here. If that CZ hits the steady, it'd be scary.
The
Alright,
F10
does not-
遊びをするの
I mean, not sorry. CZ hitting the T-Serin.
T-Serin, yeah.
Yeah. That was what I was. scared of.
T-Serin just kills the. Yep.
Ooh,
Bopped.
was that dual attack you wanted? Now you can S
But you
Soulburn
can
S2.
soul burn and flush 1, flush
Only
2.
Can he kill the CZ here though?
that's the problem, is that CZ is going to counter everything except for the Vivian. The Vivian, though, can definitely potentially do it.
He's gonna SC here on the CZ and have defense buff.
Yeah, this is going to be rough because that CZ is just going to counter. But
Yeah,
that Vivian...
You kind of want to keep this Rwanda alive. You want to keep this Rwanda alive so that your Vivian can hit the CZ. He needs to hit that CZ, I think, 3 times. Maybe even 4, because Rwanda's... Actually, no, Rwanda's going to get shield here, not CZ, right?
Yeah, no, he's good. Because he'll toilet bowl. He has
true,
S2
true.
up, so he'll kill Rwana. He would toilet bowl the CZ right there.
Yeah, well played, well played.
All right, so that is 2-1 Sedge side.
2-1 Sedge side.
Yeah.
Sedge has a really good chance to take this.
Absolutely.
Sedge's bats are really strong, making me. I play fairly similar to Sedge, but he's making me want to build that T-Surin.
I mean, T-Surin very, very strong. I lose a lot to T-Surins.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in like the control, right? Because they're going to be super, super high damage lifesteal, and they just pop up to the front, cleave through everything that you have.
Lunali grabbing the water tanny here. Even against a FCC, which is kind of risky.
Yeah. Sedge hovering the real early Vivian.
It's a bit early. Lunali has so much aggression on his kit that I don't think you want to
picking up the Rwana. So we're gonna see the Rwana on the Sedge side this time.
Rwana SSB on the Sedge side. That's gonna be interesting.
And the Landy. Ooh, nice Bryceria.
Nice Bryceria. I don't know why. Every time I see Bryceria, I get scared. Just because I don't know what kind of Bryceria it is.
The thing is, like, the unbuffable and the attack down. I think a lot of people don't understand how hard attack down can absolutely stop a lot of your damage coming in.
Sedge playing Sedge is just playing what Lunali did last time. Now he's grabbing this Champions Dorado as well. Probably not gonna see SSB actually with the Flurry and the Valencia on Lunali's side.
Yep.
I don't even know what I would pick here if I was Sedge. Actually, maybe I'd pick Powerick. Never mind, and lose.
You know what I'm interested to see is Vinny was talking about how he was going to start, how he's been playing Pavel a lot. I would really like to see the rise of some Pavels and answer maybe to some of these limited water units.
Yeah, teach me how to Pavel. I have my Pavel at +12. If I can use that dude.
We see the SSB pickup.
Elecrow is still open though. That's why I said I wouldn't SSB there, because I know Elecrow is still open and Alencia is already on that team. So they got Flurry for the Death Break.
See the Operator's Cigarette last pick.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So CZ and OS Cigarette banouts.
I don't think yet. Were you supposed to ban the OP Cigarette there? I don't know what kind of OP Sig.
Yeah, I think that not knowing what kind of cigarette it is, like, you kind of want to, right?
Yeah, but Sedge is ahead though by 2-1. I would have taken the risk just so I could see the info.
Ooh, and I mean, why take the risk when you know that F10 is going to do nothing?
Yeah. Well, my point was he's 2-1, so if Lunali plays the OP Sig next round, at least he knows what kind of OP Sig
true.
It is this round. That's what I was trying to say, but Water Tanny, man. When it does nothing, man, what do you do? So it looks like it's gonna be a DPS by Saria here. Because it's fairly slow.
Yeah. Unless he thought that unless he just doesn't have gear on his Bryceria, and he thought that the Bryceria was going to be able to go before the Water Tenny strip, so that you have the you don't have the issue there.
I think Sedge got this. Once he unbuff, I guess not. Does that?
Unbuffable goes afterwards. Or no, yeah, you're right, because immortality will trigger afterwards, but doesn't get that. But I mean, at this point, it's real tough. He's got a one shot, like almost the entire team here.
That back on the SSB, gonna kill the Water Tanny here. Probably gonna see S3 from this.
How
Bryceria,
much damage does this do? Not enough is the answer. We're gonna see the Landy S3 come out.
Let's give me a fully stacked Landy S3. 60% attack buff. This is gonna hurt. Gonna kill the Bryceria here, definitely.
I mean, yeah, Bryceria was dead.
That back in the SSB as well.
But I mean, at the same time, you have the you have the S3 here to heal, but the Alencia does have Mind's Eye, so if Alencia lands defense break on the Landy, which she does, double attacks in, this is going to be real close. Can the Falconeer Quarry kill this here, though? I don't think it can.
Dual attack,
no.
attack would kill it, but
ooh, hold on. Falconeer Quarry just doing Falconeer Quarry stuff, deletes the Landy, and now you have SSB versus 2 grass. Yeah, you have to take out the F Quarry first, but if you take out the F Quarry, then you can just control the Landy with the FCC, or the Alencia with the FCC. Some double attacks there.
Alencia's gonna take a turn here, but she doesn't have Mind's Eye because she hasn't gotten hit.
Yeah.
Don't know what you do here. Probably gonna hit that speed.
You hit the concede button. Sedge doing really good.
Yo, well done, Sedge. That was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Meegs is going to just stay asleep. I understand. You already made it into the majors. Get your sleep. So Ghost is going to take third spot.
That's just for seeding, right? And
yeah, just for seeding stuff purposes. So there you have it. Sedge is going to be the winner of the January Champions Cup. GG Sedge. Lots of very good drafts as well. One of the things that we mentioned like yesterday, and I even mentioned it Friday, like the people who can really kind of shift into the variable drafts, right? The they're not stuck to one thing. Exactly. You will be a lot stronger, right? Because if people figure out how you play, it's a lot easier to counter that specific person. One of the problems I ran into last season was I had one draft and people figured it out after a hot minute, and then I couldn't play it anymore and I just got dumpstered. So being able to be variable, I mean,
that's me too, man. Just Blingo every time.
Blingo every time. People just go boom, ban Mevlin's Blingo, and we're good. But yeah, so Mevlin, I want to thank you for co-casting with me. Thank you guys for all coming out. For anybody who does want to get into the next tournament, this is the February tournament. We have less days because it has less days in the month, but tomorrow I will have the sign up sheet on the community tab of my YouTube channel. If you're not over on the YouTube channel, ! YouTube in the chat, or if you're watching this VOD, well, you're already here. So just hit the community tab, sign up. This tournament we had 128 people sign up. Doesn't matter whether you're legend, champion, bronze, placement in progress, you've never touched it before. If you want to sign up, go ahead. One of the things that I always tell people is that tournaments completely different world than ladder, and getting a little bit of drafting and play in both is very, very good for you. Not only that, but you kind of grow right as a player in general. But again, if you're watching this VOD over on the YouTube, make sure you guys comment down below, subscribe. I'm gonna put Mevlin's information down there too, but yeah, no problem. But anyways, I will catch you guys on the next one. Look for the breakdown of all the stats, conversations on some of the matches and stuff like that later in the week when we get all of the data and everything. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace.